What's the most out-of-touch thing you've heard someone say? You seem said my mother to my sister, at her husband's funeral.
I have an 18-year-old nephew who only just got his first job working part-time as a dishwasher. Immediately upon getting that job, his grandparents, who inherited their wealth from his great-grandmother, said they were kicking him out of the house. His grandparents are convinced they are helping him because they were kicked out when they were 18 and it built character. They would not listen to the fact that times have changed and rent prices in the area are $1,400 a month. He has no savings, $1,500 in medical debt, and other personal issues, but his grandparents think none of that matters and that he can easily go get a job that will support him. He just needs to work hard because people nowadays don't want to work. They haven't changed their minds at all about kicking him out and gave him 30 days to get out. He hadn't even gotten his first paycheck before they had this conversation with him. So I'm letting him stay in my spare bedroom because otherwise he would be homeless. They have no remorse over this at all. With a hefty storm approaching England, a politician advised those in its path that they should maybe leave, and go to their second or third homes, to be safe.
When people were complaining about not being able to afford housing/food/living in general, one of the Dutch ministers, I think he was a minister or at least the leader of a party, said something along the line of, well, find a rich boyfriend then. Ah, yes, that will solve the crisis.
My dad, who is now the director of accounting for the school district I teach for, was talking about how my starting pay was way more than his starting pay. I said, well, yeah. The cost of living has increased a ton since then. This motherfucker straight up said no it hasn't. He started working there in 1992. This conversation happened in like 2017, about a year after I started working there. Again, he is the director of accounting. The wife of the business owner complaining to the employees about how she's underpaid for working there. She literally owns the building and her family make $300-500K profit a year. All while underpaying the rest of the staff. I went to an Ivy League college with lots of children of extraordinarily wealthy families. When discussing inequality and its effects on housing, my professor briefly mentioned how mortgages are out of reach of a growing number of Americans. The girl next to me stopped the class, and with a confused face asked the professor why people don't just buy their homes and cash outright because surely the interest means it will cost them more over time. The professor was dumbfounded. I found out later that she is the heiress to a major luxury brand that you have all heard of. Aren't you a bit too old to have a grandma? A neighbor when I told her my grandma just passed away. Something like, give a rich person $500 and they will invest into $1,000. Give it to a poor person and they will spend it in a week. Yeah, exactly. Give it to someone whose needs are met and they can save. Give it to someone who needs to eat/pay rent etc. They will spend it to survive.